Good morning, third graders of Linden Tree. Today is Wednesday, April the 8th, I believe, and it is not that much of a sunny day outside today. It's a little bit cloudy, and I think it's supposed to rain. It's probably a little drizzly and rainy out where you are now. This is Mr. Bergman, and today I am wearing a shirt from the Karate Kid. This is the Cobra Kai. Now, I chose Karate Kid because as April is the month of resilience, if there was ever anybody who was resilient, I wore Rocky shirts the past 2 days. Daniel LaRusso, one of the main characters in the Karate Kid, was very resilient because he moved out to a new place, right? He lived in Queens, I believe, and then he moved out to California. He didn't have any friends when he got there, and he was getting picked on and bullied by a bunch of other kids. Ironically enough, the Cobra Kai, who were on the t-shirt that I'm wearing. And he then became friends with a gentleman named Mr. Miyagi, who trained him in karate. And he was able to he was very resilient, and he was able to learn and overcome his fears of going to school because he was afraid he was going to get beat up, and defeat the Cobra Kai. And he defeated them in a karate tournament where Mr. Miyagi had trained him, and then he, showed a lot of resiliency through his training. There was plenty of times in the movie, if you watch, you see he wanted to give up, but he didn't, because Mr. Miyagi did not let him give up. So that's basically why I decided to wear my Karate Kid shirt today. Cobra Kai are the bad guys, but I just like the logo and black t-shirt, and I thought the cobra looked kind of cool. So, I got this shirt as a gift one year. So that's really that for that message. Today in science, we have another lesson. Some of you are starting to fall behind on your work. I need you to keep going. I know it seems not that, interesting and enthralling, but we're finished reading that book, The Handbook of Forces. So if you can just go on and do those last couple of reflection questions on what did you learn, what were you surprised about, is there anything else you want to know, things along those lines, and then head back and do any other assignments that you might have missed, that would be great, because I don't want you to fall too far behind in your work. Today's assignment will be a little bit different. We're going to have maybe a little magic going on today in our little live sessions that we'll have on Google Meet. For 3:01, our time today will be our regularly scheduled timing, which is 11 a.m. I posted a new link to the Google Meet on your dojo and in your classroom. So that should be that. Hopefully you guys are having a good day and were able to get up and hear Miss Livingston's message and have a nice breakfast. I'm going to treat myself to a cup of coffee and maybe an English muffin, because it's usually the breakfast of choice here in the Bergman house, and go from there. And I hope that you noticed today that I was a big boy. I got up and I showered and I shaved. See? Nice and clean shaven. See that? I didn't shave yesterday or the day before. I was lazy. But then Princess Franny told me that I had to shave because I was becoming too scratchy. And she didn't want me to be scratchy when I was going in to give her a hug or a snuggle. So I had to shave today. I had thought about growing out one of those big bushy beards that you see all these people growing now because they're like, oh, I'm at home, I don't have to shave. But Princess Franny said, no, guess again, Dr. Daddy, you need to shave. So I said, okay, and here I am. So hopefully you guys are not shaving yet. We haven't been away from each other for that long. But make sure you take a nice hot shower. It'll definitely help you feel better. Okay? So on that note, I will see you all later. Okay? And the motto of Cobra Kai, sweep the leg.